Hi, Lovely. So I wanted to come on here and talk about this segment on Claudia Jordan's TGIF. It airs on Fox Soul YouTube channel. It features her, Funky Dineva, and Al Reynolds. I enjoy this show very much so. I enjoy Funky Dineva as a personality, as a YouTuber, as a broadcaster, and I think they do a very good job at balancing each other out. And I usually enjoy what everyone has to say. I wanted to come on here and talk about this today because I just want to kind of, point out some contradictions that I tend to see in Claudia Jordan. So first, let me start off by saying that when they had that segment about Porsha Williams being engaged to Simon and all the controversy and, clownery around it, everything that Claudia said was true. I'm not here to negate or combat anything that she said. I just would like to contextualize some of the statements that she made. So let's start in the beginning. She talks about how even though Porsha and Phelan were not friends, that they were friendly, and that should be enough for Porsha, if she's like a decent human being, not to cross that line. And I agree with that 100%. Funky Dineva chimes in and says, I'm just more so on the fact that no respecting mother after 1 month of dating a man would have him around her baby girl, and then the father's gonna be there talking about we all about to jump off this cliff and co-parent. It just don't make no sense. And I agree with that as well. Here is when Claudia Jordan started to put her foot in her mouth. And see, this is what happens, and I'm speaking from experience, when you have a problem with someone or you have some trauma that's tied to a situation you have with someone and you don't resolve it in full, and then when you get an opportunity to kick somebody while they're down or jab at them, you take it, but it also exposes another layer of you as well. And that's what I feel like Claudia Jordan did. So she says that when she was on the show, Claudia Jordan was a one-season wonder. Okay, she didn't want to sign back on after her one and only season on Real Housewives. That was a personal choice of hers. There was a scene where she basically took a picture with Cordell. Now, before the season even aired, okay, that was already featured in the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 7 trailer, that Claudia Jordan was allegedly trying to hook up with Cordell. They was trying to sensationalize that, okay? So she took a picture. So Claudia Jordan is talking about I was pressured to shoot this scene with this man and take a picture with him. And even though I had no intentions of dating him, it was so awkward and I felt so uncomfortable, and I was even being nudged by other cast members to make that part of my storyline. And, I just wouldn't do it because, I just don't get down like that. Like, that's just a new low, and et cetera, et cetera. But Claudia, you did do it. I could see if that never made it to television, if you never took the picture with Cordell, if you never filmed that scene with Cordell, and this is new information to us, and we're like, okay, that was really big of Claudia. She had an opportunity to be petty. She had an opportunity to make quote unquote good TV, and she didn't take the opportunity. Like, that's good on her. But Claudia, you did do it. You did do it. You purposely went on there trying to pick fun at Porsha and took that picture and posted that selfie. You did. So what are you talking about? So then we get into the next part of the conversation where Al Reynolds, I just love Al Reynolds' take. He's basically saying to Porsha, they build you up in the entertainment industry just to tear you down. Today, you're Bravo's new it girl. Tomorrow, when they find someone just as stupid, just as thirsty, just as young, and just as pretty, you're going to be thrown away like yesterday's trash. And he told no lies there. So then Claudia Jordan piggybacks on it. And she's like, see, when it comes to reality television, I would suggest that if you go on, you need to have a plan. You need to have something that you want to promote, because there's two different type of reality stars. It's the people who've already established a name before coming on there. And it's the people who, you may find success, but everything ties back to your reality, your reality TV stunt. And I agreed with that. But then again, you could tell she's still salty. She goes on to say, like a Porsha Williams or a Phaedra Park or, those girls from Basketball Wives, Miami and LA. Now, some of you may not remember that when Claudia Jordan got off of Real Housewives of Atlanta, she went on this reality television show called The Next 15. And basically the premise of the reality television show is these are individuals who have made a name for themselves, but their flame has kind of died down. So this is their next 15 minutes of fame. New York was on there, Jennifer Williams, Laura Govan. So that's the Basketball Wives from LA and Miami she was talking about. Claudia Jordan, and I forgot who else was on there. I think there was another gay guy. He's like a black gay newscaster or something. But yeah, she brought that up. And I just was like, but Claudia, you're talking about yourself. And then say what you want to say about Phaedra Parks. Yes, a lot of people didn't know who Phaedra Parks was unless you live in Atlanta. But Phaedra Parks was the family attorney for Bobby Brown. Okay, that whole being Bobby Brown hot mess of a reality show with Wendy Williams, Phaedra Parks was around during that time. Okay, so it's not a situation where Phaedra Parks' only fame to claim and wealth is coming on television and acting the ass. She actually has a multi-rary business, and she also is a lawyer. She's a practicing attorney. So I just feel like Claudia, you need to let that hurt go so that when you read people or when you say things, it could hit and it could stick. Because you can tell that all over you. I feel like the thing with Claudia Jordan is she tries too hard to distance herself from mess and put herself on a pedestal, but you contradict yourself in the same breath, and it knocks you back down a few pegs and puts you on the same level with these ladies. Like, let's just really be honest. Outside of this situation that you have going on Fox Soul, nobody was checking for you once you left Real Housewives of Atlanta and once you were done with The Next 15. And that is the honest to God truth. And I find it funny how you mentioned Kenya Moore, because she's like, oh, people need to keep this same energy because, if it was me, Kenya Moore, or even Marcel, we would have got dragged. And this is true. Like I said, everything that Claudia Jordan said is true. But again, you contradict yourself in the same breath. The difference is a lot of people, including myself, fed into the narrative that Porsha was this ditzy housewife that was being emotionally and financially controlled and abused by her husband. And once she finally got a divorce and she started to go on this path of self-discovery, everybody was rooting for her, okay? But now a lot of us, we done took the rose-colored sunglasses off and we see her for who she is. We like, she's low down, she's nasty, and she's trifling. Like, we see her for who she is, and it just is what it is. The difference is when Kenya Moore came on Real Housewives of Atlanta, from day one, she acted an ass. And she basically showed and backed her own self into a corner of, oh yeah, that's the girl who has nothing to lose and everything to gain. And she will do anything by any means to gain what it is that she needs to gain. Kenya Moore did that to herself. It wasn't like Kenya Moore was just, being nice and, hey, how you doing, and being sweet, and people started picking at her. That's what it appeared to be with Porsha, and this is why a lot of people gravitated to her when it came to Kenya Moore versus Porsha Williams. And with you, Claudia, you literally came on Real Housewives of Atlanta and was inserting yourself in things that had nothing to do with you, and you were trying to be the Jackie from Married to Medicine of Real Housewives of Atlanta with a bunch of women that barely know you. Like, it just is what it is. I feel like Claudia Jordan tries real hard to be something that she's not. And I can't put my finger on it, but I'm telling you, something is going to come up in the next year or so where she's going to be exposed and it's all going to come together. My gut never lies about people. And again, I'll never forget when Lovelee T did a video, and in the video, she was talking about Claudia Jordan's colorist remarks. And I'm like, Claudia Jordan ain't no colorist, but she sure did make some colorist and disparaging remarks about Tiny and other women. And Claudia Jordan is a biracial woman, so I don't put it past her. She gives me I'm the biracial girl who did not get accepted by my black peers. So as a result, that little girl inside of me is still walking around looking for validation. And I hate that analogy that she used. Oh, if it was me or if it was Eva Marcel. First of all, wrong is always wrong. So what are we fighting for? She's saying, well, everybody needs to be held accountable the same. Why are we depending on the internet to validate or hold us accountable? If you know you're not the things that people say at your big age of, what is Claudia, like 40 something? Who cares? Why do you need? And it's just like she drops down into the comment sections when her Fox Soul shows used to go viral, and she's always defending, and I'm just like, I couldn't get with that. I just could not get with that. And I think it's funny how you go on this whole spill about, oh, you have some reality stars that are willing to do anything to stay relevant, and it becomes addictive, but you don't mention Kenya Moore, who is literally the poster child for that. Okay, yes, she was Miss America or Miss USA, whatever, universe, whatever she's supposed to be, but nobody damn knew who the hell Kenya was before she got on the show, the same way nobody knew who Porsha was. Okay? Last time I checked, Kenya Moore is the one who was bringing props and stuff to the funeral and rolling around in the sand on her first season. So let's be very clear and come into charity events with a thong on and fishnets. But you don't talk about that, right? So you have to be the change that you want to see. You want to talk about equal opportunity accountability. You need to exemplify that change before you expect other people to follow suit. Like, girl, go sit down. I do not care for Claudia. I don't like the way she presents herself. And there's something very disingenuous and funky about her energy. And like I said, I cannot put my finger on it. But from her first introduction on season 7 of Real Housewives, I did not care for her. Because it comes across very performative. Oh, I just want a peaceful work environment. And I just think we all, like when Kim Fields came on and Kim Fields was given that, it came across very nurturing, very maternal, and very genuine, because that's the energy Kim Fields give. But Claudia, you can't claim to be about all of these positive things, but then you align yourself with Kenya Moore. The math ain't mathing. So that's it. That's all I got to say on that situation. Thank you so much for listening. I know some of y'all are probably like, oh, she hasn't been on camera. I'm in between different places right now, between my home residence and my cousin's place, and I left my equipment in Jersey, so I'm just making do, but at least I'm putting out content. But hit the thumbs up, let me know what you think about this, and have a beautiful day. And if you would like to book an intuitive session with me, I currently have a spring sale going on right now, 10-minute phone sessions for $15.55, and 15-minute phone sessions for $25.55. You can either do an intuitive session or a spiritual advising session. If you have any questions, you can leave them below in the comments, or you can shoot me an email. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and make sure you hit and enable that notification bell. Have a lovely day.